I think what keeps me up at night, among other things, lots to think about these days. But I think as we as we plan our next steps, and as we think about scaling and incorporating stories from other places, I think a lot about and of course our whole team thinks a lot about the right way to do that. The initial idea for Narratively, several years ago was, we'd create this New York hub and have Narratively New York, and then 6 months in, we'd create Narratively San Francisco and have a whole separate site with one story a day, one theme a week from San Francisco, and so forth, and get to a point in 10 years where we'd have 15, 20 or so of these different sites. And now, we're wondering if that's the right approach. Nowadays, in this hyper-connected world we're in, certainly location matters to some people, but I think with the type of content we produce at Narrative, it's not news content, it's not politics, it's not business coverage. Location maybe is not as important, and so we're thinking ahead and figuring out, are there ways to incorporate other cities onto the site without creating a whole separate website for Saigon? Can we kind of just slowly make our narrative.ly more global, and then eventually pull those stories that are more global on narrative.ly into kind of a location-based vertical. And so that way we'll allow people from Saigon, or people that want to read Saigon stories, to click on the Saigon vertical and see our stories there. We might not have a story every day. You might go to that vertical and only see 4 or 5 stories at first. But so I guess that to better kind of explain that, the question really is how, if you were me, if you were running Narratively, how would you scale us? What is your vision for what we could become in 5 years? And I think that would help, kind of hearing some feedback from other people who are, obviously have accomplished a lot more than I have, how they would grow this thing, and the potential they see for it.